शङ्करं शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः। समस्तजनकल्याणे निरतं करुणामयं नमामि चिन्मयं देवं सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरम् सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरम्। ॐ अखण्डमण्डलाकारं व्याप्तं येन चराचरं तत्पदं दर्शितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुः गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुरेव परं ब्रह्मा तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। त्वमेव माता च पिता त्वमेव बन्धुश्च सखा त्वमेव विद्या द्रविणं त्वमेव सर्वं मम देवदेव त्वमेव सर्वं गुरुदेवदेव। श्री सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की जय। हरि ओम। Today in our satsang I will chant one stotram. This stotram, title of this stotram is Pratasmarami, otherwise Pratasmaranam. Pratasmaranam, first early morning we should remember this. It's very famous chant by Adi Shankaracharya. Then Swamiji, who is the god of this stuti? The god is Atma, our Hridayeshwar, the god who resides in our heart only. We invoke him, we pray him. Very, very famous chant this is. Pratasmarami hridi samspuradatmatattvam Satchit sukham paramahamsagatim turiyam Yat swapna jagara shushuptamavaiti nityam Tad brahma nishkalamaham nacha bhuta sangaha Pratarbhajami manasa vachasaamagamyam Vacho vibhanti nikhila yadanugrahena Yanneti neti vachanai nigama avochuhu Tam deva deva majamachyutamahuragryam Prataranamami tamasah paramarkavarnam Purnam sanatana padam purushottamakyam Yasminnidam jagadasheshamasheshamurtau Rajvam bhujangama iva pratibhasitam vai Pratasmarami hridi samspurad atma tattvam. That atma tattvam which is shining in my heart, I remember that in the early morning. And he is explaining what is Atma. Tad Brahma Nishkala. Tad Brahma Nishkalamaham Nacha Bhuta Sangaha. Hari Om, Hari Om, Hari Om, Hari Om. Hari Om, Hari Om. Internet. Tad Brahma Nishkalamaham Nacha Bhuta Sangaha. This is the prayer by Bhagavan. Okay, Swamiji. Now we will start our Tattva Bodha class. The prayer in Tattva Bodha is Vasudevendra Yogindram Natva Jnana Pradam Gurum Mumukshunam Hitardhaya Tattva Bodho Vidhiyate. This is the prayer. Bhagavan Shankaracharya ji, he is explaining what is Atma. In the definition of Atma, he explained already, Atma is other than gross body, subtle body, and causal body. Generally, our identification either with gross, subtle, or causal body. But Bhagavan is saying the truth is beyond all these bodies. Yes, Swamiji, we understood. And then Bhagavan is saying this Atma is a witness for all our experiences. This is the knowledge. Atma is not any experience, It is the witness of all experience, whether it is waking experiences, dream experiences, or deep sleep experiences. We have seen Avastatraya Sakshi Atma. And the third one now Bhagavan is explaining. This Atma is Panchakosha Atitaha. This is the running topic now. The self is beyond all sheaths of our personality. Then the student asked the Guru, hey Guru, you said Atma is Panchakosha Atitaha. Then what are these Panchakoshas? He said, well, first of all, what is Kosham? Kosham is nothing but a sheath, a covering. We have 5 personality layers, or 5 layers in our personality. They are called, we enumerated, the first one is called Annamaya Koshaha, Pranamaya Koshaha, Manomaya Koshaha, Vijnanamaya Koshaha, and the final one is Anandamaya Kosha. Swamiji, these 5 are the 5 layers in our personality. Annamaya means food sheath. Pranamaya means vital air sheath. That is one sheath we have, like a coat. Annamaya, Pranamaya, and then mental sheath, mind sheath. We have mind, that is also one covering. And intellectual sheath, Vijnanamaya Koshaha, that also we have. And the last one is Anandamaya Koshaha. These are 5 layers. He already explained what is called Annamaya Kosham. Annamaya Kosham is nothing but our gross body, which is depending on food, which is because of food. One day, which will merge into the food. See, but unknowingly, we believe so much our gross body. My dear, my dear, my dear, every day we polish it, we clean it, we dress it, we present it. If somebody appreciates this body, we feel whole day happy, happy, happy. Swamiji, today I am so good, Swamiji. If we ask what happened, that man appreciated me. He said, Swamiji, you are so fair. Oh, I was so happy. But one day this body is going to become food for something that we don't know. something will come and eat, whether insects or something. That's why Bhagavan Shankaracharya ji gave the definition. This body is because of food ate by our parents and our mother, and it's grew up because of food, nothing else. If food is there, it is fine. If food is not there, it is not fine. And one day it will become food for something else, my dear boy. That is called Annamaya Koshaha. This is one personality layer in a. But generally, what we think is, if somebody asks, "Who are you?" we give the answer, "This is me." We give the answer, "This is me." No, we have 4 me also. Many are there in our personality. This is one of the layer in our personality. Today, Shankaracharya ji explaining what are the other sheaths in our personality. That is called Pranamaya. This is in page number 54 in my book. It may be little away in your book. Pranamaya kaha. Student asks, what is Pranamaya? What is vital air sheath in my personality? The answer is Pranadhyaha Panchavayavaha Vagadi Indriya Panchakam Pranamaya Koshaha. Answer is Pranamaya Kosha contains two folds, you can say 2 folds. One folder is Pranadhyaha Panchavayavaha. One folder is in Pranamaya Kosha, we will have Pancha Pranas, Pancha Vayavaha. He will tell what are that Pancha Vayavaha. This is one. And in Pranamaya Kosha only, Vagadi Indriya Panchakam. Our action sense, Karmendriya we say na, Vagadi Indriya Panchakam means our Karmendriyas also in Pranamaya Kosha only. These two together they call as Pranamaya Kosha. One is 5 pranas plus 5 organ of actions. Together they call as Pranamaya Kosha. Okay, Swamiji. Then you said Pranamaya Kosha will have 5 pranas, Pancha Prana. Swamiji, can you tell what are the Pancha Pranas? Generally, if we have little religious knowledge, we know the names of these Pancha Pranas. When, Swamiji? See, if we do any puja, during the Naivedyam offering, we offer Naivedyam to Bhagavan. That time what we say, Om Pranaya Swaha, Om Vyanaya Swaha, Om Udanaya Swaha, Om Apanaya Swaha, Om Samanaya Swaha, Om Brahmane Namaha. This we chant. Generally, we chant Gayatri mantra before that. Om Bhurbhuva Swaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimihi Dhiyo Yona Prachodhyat. We sanctify the food with Gayatri mantra. And we put one tulsi leaf also. Then we offer the prana of this whole food to Bhagavan. Bhagavan will take the Sukshma Rupi food and he will give the gross food back. We only eat whatever we cook for Naivedyam. But the offering is with the subtle form we offer with Bhagavan. So now we came to know, Swamiji, what are the 5 pranas? They are Prana, Apana, Vyana, Udana, Samana. There is no translation. We cannot translate all Sanskrit words into English. Some are we have to take as it is. So they are Prana, Apana, Vyana, Udana, Samana. These are all called 5 pranas. These 5 pranas are called Pranamaya Kosha. Okay, Swamiji. And then Swamiji, you said pranas are 5. Generally, we know people, they say prana is 1. Why we need all the 5? There is a big science about this prana, sir. Every prana has its own activity, its own job. First one, prana. This prana is nothing but our Uchvasa Nishvasa Kriya. This is called main prana, Mahaprana, some people they call. What we do regularly. Uchvasa Nishvasa matlab inhalation and exhalation. Inhalation and exhalation. That is called prana. This is one aspect of Pranamaya Kosha. Pujya Guruji in his commentary, he supplied one more thought that is very helpful for us. He said, when we breathe, we should take 3 precautions while breathing and while exhalating. They are, our breathing should be slow, deep, and rhythmic. If we follow these 3 precautions, then our energy levels will be good. Our breathing should be slow and deep. Let the prana get enter into till the corner. Deep and rhythmic. Rhythmic means every breathing should be in same phase. Then that will be very helpful. Swami, we are not conscious all the time. Then there is a practice that is called, sometime like if you get a 5 minutes or 3 minutes, sit in a corner and just close your eyes and observe your prana. Slowly, deeply, and rhythmically. You inhale the Vayu, keep 1 second and exhale same slowly and rhythmically. Like the 12 times you do. 12 times. That will be nice practice. Do you know one thing? During the 5 minutes, you are not aware of anything. Because prana and mind, they work together. If we are completely focused on our prana, automatically our mind will come into a control. When our mind will be controlled, then our, what we call, antakarana will be peace. If mind is agitated, my antakarana will be agitated, not good. If mind is calm, I will be. Then we say, nice Swamiji. This is one exercise. This is prana. And the second one is called apana. Apana Vayu. Apana Vayu matlab some Vayu, we leave it. We throw it. That is called apana Vayu. Because some gases or some chemicals, they accumulate in our body or in our digestion system. So this gas will go out. That is called apana Vayu. That is also prana. It is needed. It is needed. You cannot blame anything from our body. Apana Vayu. That is second one. Third one is called Vyana. Vyana. This pranam, the title Vyana Pranam, because of this only, our blood will circulate to every part of body. It only keeps the whole blood circulation perfectly. That's why every cell of our body, it will get blood because of this system. This is called Vyana system. Sometimes, you know, if you don't move long time, this Vyana will go to strike. That's why we will get leg crumbling, all these things happens. In sleeping also, we cannot sleep whole night in one side. If we sleep whole night in one side, definitely tomorrow morning some problem will come. This Vyana only will change our body. It will change automatically. Oh, my dear body, you just shift little. It's very paining. Then we will do. We don't know, but we do. Then it will be settled. That prana is called Vyanam. Nice, Swamiji. And the fourth one is called Udana Vayu. Udanam. This Udanam is something very interesting. How they studied all this. Udanam means some activities we do in reverse process. For example, we omit. If vomiting is called a reverse process from stomach. We sneeze. We shed tears. This is all called vomiting reverse process. These reverse activities, they need a particular kind of energy. That energy will be supplied by this Udana Vayu. This is also necessary. Because something, we cannot bear it in our body, it has to come out. Such a system, this prana will take the bad material and it will throw it out. That is called Udana Vayu. And one more thing, this Udana Vayu actually does three activities. One is this reverse activity. Other one is in our mind. For example, if you want to change one thought, we do generally. For example, if we don't like something, we change the thought. We throw the thought what is existing and we replace another thought. To throw the thought, this Udana Prana will helpful in brain or in mind. You give a sankalpa to the mind, throw the thought. To throw the thought, this prana will be helpful. It will do that job. It will throw that thought. Then the thought will disappear. This is second activity of Udana. And the third activity also Udana has, they say, when we leave our body, last time, that time, this Udana prana only relink our gross body and subtle body. As long as we live, they all work together. Now the job is over. So we need a vehicle to go the subtle body from this body to another body or whatever it is destined. This Udana only, it will delink. It will disconnect these two, gross body and subtle body. It is such a mechanism. Udana will does these three activities. And the last one is called Samana Vayu. This Samana Vayu will do the digestion of our food. Now we eat so much material. This Samana Vayu only helpful for the digestion of the whole food in our stomach. This way we have 5 pranas. Prana, Apana, Vyana, Udana and Samana. This is a great science. And they say these 5 are the main pranas. And each prana, they have assistants also. They are called upapranas. That is very long history. They are called Kormanga. Some different names are there. 5 names are. Each prana, 5 assistants also. They all together work in our system. That is called Pranamaya Kosha. And some important features are there, Pranamaya Kosha. That is, Pranamaya Kosha is completely Jadam. That's why we are not aware of all these pranas. We know how body is working. We know next layer, how mind is working, intellect is working, sleep is working. We know all. But this prana is not, our conscious, we are not aware of their activities. They do silently because this Chaitanya cannot reflect on this layer. If the Chaitanya reflects only, that object will come into our awareness. Again, there may be problem may come, internet. Okay. This is one feature of Pranamaya. And another important feature is there. In our sadhana shastra, one shastram is there that is called Yoga Shastra. Yogi people, they do. This Yoga Shastra main attempt is this Pranamaya Kosha. They control very, what we call great. Guruji gave one example. Yogis, though they don't breathe with nose, they breathe with this part of the body. I don't know. We don't know all those things. They can do anything. Some yogis, they can fly because of this sheath management. They can fly. Some yogis, they can walk on water. They don't drown, and the water, it cannot touch their feet. These all yoga siddhis, all because of this pranamaya kosha exercise, or we call sadhanas, we call, but that is a completely different topic, but it is there. They work on this pranamaya kosha. And in our Vedanta, Swamiji, when the I, small I, when I identifies with gross body, I say I am very tall, I am young, I am fair, I am dark. If the same I, if it identifies with Pranamaya Kosha, what will be the response in our personality? That time, you know what we say? We say, I am thirsty, I am hungry. You know that I is there, na? I am hungry, I am thirsty. That person, when I identifies with Pranamaya Kosha, that will be the response. That is the man who will get a birth if he identifies with Pranamaya Kosha. This is the history of Pranamaya Kosham. This is a very important layer. And one more very important point is this Pranamaya Kosha only energy supplier to all our personality, for indriyas, for physical body, for mind. The energy is from this Pranamaya Kosha. Because we eat food, from the food it will take the energy and it will supply to the whole body. That's why we should take care of our breathing system properly. Because of corona, many people now, they got little knowledge and they're doing some exercise. But every day we should do. We should do like 5 minutes. If not, some places in our town or in our surroundings, we should go for walk. Then we will get nice breath over there. That will be helpful for this Pranamaya Kosha. In other way, for our health. In our house, all the time we close our doors and windows. Because of work pressure in office also, we cannot go out. And different people work together. There are no trees, there is no fresh air. So what should we do? Where we will get this kind of air, we should go there. This is called, in olden days, it's called Vyahali. Vyahali means it's like vihara. Don't think of house problems, office problem, personal problem. Leave everything and you walk alone. Alak Niranjan, they say. I am alone. Alak Niranjan. You walk freely. Don't put any hooks. That is called Pranamaya Kosha. We came to know what is Pranamaya Kosha and what are their functions, what little exercise we can do on it. In Vedanta point, we are not this. We are not this Pranamaya Kosha. Even you are the boss. You can manage this sheath also. That's why I'm saying, that's why the masters are saying, you control, you regulate, you guide it and get benefit from this. Then you will be, very energetic. This is called energy layer in other. Okay, Swamiji. Now the third one is Manomaya Kosha. Aha. This is the main boss in our personality. Student asking, Manomayaha Koshaha Kaha? Guru, what is Manomaya Kosha? The answer is Manascha Jnanendriya Panchakam Militva Yo Bhavati Sa Manomayaha Koshaha. Manascha, mind, plus Jnanendriya Panchakam, 5 sense organs, Militva, together. Yo Bhavati, whatever will come. Sa Manomaya Koshaha, that will be Manomaya Koshaha. So Manomaya Koshaha is mind plus sense organs. Together they call it is as Manomaya Kosham. This is the third layer in our personality. We know this because we have emotions. I know we have emotional personality. We cannot leave it. This is called physical personality. That is called energy personality. And the third one is called emotional personality. Swamiji, what do you mean by emotion, Swamiji? We have so many emotions. Love, it's an emotion you cannot see. Hatredness, anger, jealousy, like so many, liking, disliking. These are all play in mind. Whenever we identify with that particular emotion, then we say, I am that. I am happy. I got so much anger. Like I am angry. I am Dayamaya. I am very friendly, Swamiji. That means we are identifying different emotions, and our personality also will change. This is called Manomaya Koshaha. Our Pujya Gurudev, he is very much interested about this mind. He speaks so much about this personality of mind. He says, if we know what is our mind, if we can adjust little bit in our mind, then definitely we can change our personality. That's why he defined what is mind. The definition for mind he gave, mind is nothing but flow of thoughts. Mind is nothing but flow of thoughts. And he compared this as with river. River is nothing but flow of water or waters. Water also always it runs. In river, what cannot be stagnated? In river, water always flows. In the same way, in mind also, thoughts always runs. No thought can stay longer. It come in Bhagavad Gita also, he says, Agama payino anityaha. They come, they stay little and they go. And the next emotion will come, stay little and go. Each emotion or each thought, they have different flavors. So as the water runs in the river, so the thoughts runs in the mind. And he says, if the water is clean, we can say the river is clean. If the thoughts are clean, then we can say the mind is clean. If the water is very soothing, soft running water, then we say the river is very cool river. If the water is gushing, then we say it's a turbulent river. If the thoughts are very soothing, slow passing, then we can say his personality is cool personality. If the thoughts are very gushing, then we can say he is very hard man. Hard man means we cannot approach him. For everything, he will fire. This is all thoughts play on. So, Swamiji, what should we do? First, he says, first you see your mind. You don't ask anyone because it is your mind. You see your mind and check what it is doing. If it is going in a positive manner, if it is going in a right direction, then it's very nice. If it is multi-directional, there is no goal in life, there is no achievement, there is no positive thinking, then you have to change, because consequences will come to you only. Change the direction of the thought. Keep all the thoughts in a unidirectional. In Bhagavad Gita, he says, if not, it will be Bahushaka Anantascha. Mind will scatter in all directions and you will be no personality man. There is no difference between you and animal if you don't train your mind. Keep all the thoughts in a direction towards your goal, whether it is a job or whether it is a profession or business, whatever you want to do, just do single pointedly. This is all with mind on. So you just observe the mind, and like a patient, how a doctor treats the patient, you treat your mind carefully with love. Then one day it will be very healthy. So this mind personality, it's completely a different topic. It will come again. So we should take care of our mind. And one more point about this mind is, as we said, it is nothing but many emotions will play in mind. The positiveness is the same mind. It can play anger. It can play friendship also. It can love. It can hate. Both it can do. Hai na? With the same mind, we can love someone. With the same mind, we can hate someone. So the knob is in our hand only. What kind of thoughts we entertain, in what direction we are leading the mind, definitely the result will depend on our texture of our mind. Slowly, in our traditional language, we should keep our mind in sattvic mode. Sattvic mode, always pure, positive thinking. Think good for everyone. Sarva bhuta hite rataha, Bhagavad Gita says. We should think welfare of everyone. It should be our main goal. We should not think negativity or illness of anyone. There is no need, because everyone is Brahma. Everyone is God only. This is the final thought we should keep in our mind. This is called Manomaya Kosha. Generally, if we identify with different thoughts, we say that is me. For example, if I identify with anger, then I am angry man. If I identify with karuna, then I am dayamaya, karunamaya. This way we represent our personality in this layer, Manomaya Kosha. We say I am very jealous. I am very angry. I am very cool. Now I am very happy, Swamiji, because all this identification on. This is called Manomaya Koshaha. Nice, Swamiji. Then the fourth one is Vijnanamaya Koshaha. Vijnanamaya Kosha. That's called, we call as intellectual sheath. We have, and they glorify so much about human beings because of this layer. See, animals, they have gross body, Annamaya. Animals, they have Pranamaya Kosha also, because they have energy. Even animals, they have manomaya kosha also. They also have emotions, animals. But their intellectual sheath is not opened. We have this intellectual sheath. Because of this only, they say man is a crown of the creation. We controlled whole creation because of this intellect only. We controlled all other living beings, like we control animals, we control trees and plants, we control planets. We are doing so much because of this Vijnanamaya Kosha, special gift for man from God. Okay, Swamiji. Then what is this Vijnanamaya Kosham, Swamiji? He is defining Vijnanamaya Kaha. He is asking, what is Vijnanamayam? Answer is Buddhihi Jnanendriya Panchakam Militva Yo Bhavati Sa Vijnanamayaha Koshaha. Again, Vijnanamayaha Kaha Buddhihi Jnanendriya Panchakam Militva Yo Bhavati Sa Vijnanamayaha Koshaha. Dear student, you asked what is intellectual sheath. Very simple. Buddhihi. Buddhihi means intellect plus Jnanendriya Panchakam. This Jnanendriyas will go with Manomaya Kosha and Vijnanamaya Kosha also, because they are all one connecting channel. Buddhihi plus sense organs militva, together we can call as Vijnanamaya Kosha. That is called Vijnanamaya Kosham, my dear. In Upanishad, they also talked about these 5 koshas in different what we call metaphors. In Kathopanishad, there is a metaphor. Metaphor means one alankara. In that metaphor, he explains about human being with a chariot. Our personality, he compares with a chariot. In that chariot, this Vijnanamaya Kosha or Buddhi is the charioteer. Buddhim tu Saradhim Vidhi. Saradhi means the driver. See, for a vehicle, the driver is very important because he only takes the vehicle from one part to another part. So here for this vehicle, this Buddhi is the driver. Buddhim tu Saradhim Vidhi. And he explains, sense organs are like horses, mind is like reins, body is like chariot. You are the man who sit in the main seat, and this Gadi is going. So, because in the olden days there were no cars, that's why he compared with a chariot. This chariot is, and then he explains how to channelize or how to change our personality. If the horses are not trained, then we know what will be happen to the boss. If the reins are not good, again problem. If the driver is drunken, oh my God, completely problem. We don't know where he takes, where the vehicle will go. So the driver post is the Buddhi for our personality. His intelligence or his skills, his talents, they lead position in our life. If our skills are very good, we are very talented, definitely we reach heights. These are all our drivers, what we call capacities only. My buddhi is very sharp, Swamiji. I can grasp anything in a minute. Then you will be a very successful man. I am very dull, Swamiji. I cannot understand. I cannot present anything. Then you will be next line. So our buddhi only will keep our position in our life. That's why he said, buddhim tu saradhim vidhi. And we say in Vedanta, we are ignorant of ourselves, our own true nature. We don't know. That is called ignorance. The manifestation of ignorance, first it will manifest in this layer only, in Vijnanamaya Kosha only. How, Swamiji? What is the manifestation of ignorance, Swamiji, in intellectual sheath is, we manifest ourselves as I am the doer. Actually, Atma is not the doer. It is a complete witness. Because we don't know our true nature, we ourselves represent us as I am the doer and I am the enjoyer. These two thoughts, they are the first born our personality, the first babies. These two babies will born in this Vijnanamaya Kosha only. Then the whole cycle runs. I want this. To get that, I work. That work will give result. Phalam. I enjoy the phalam. To expect some happiness will come. But no phalam is giving complete happiness, Swamiji. I got so many phalams, so many fruits. I got job, I got house, I got wife, I got children, I got great status in society, money. Still, I am not complete happy. Because you are expecting happiness outside. But the core and the source of happiness is your heart only. As long as you don't know this knowledge, so long you will be after objects only. Your intellect will work in that mode only. You get it, then you will be happy. You drop it, then you will be happy. Sometime you spend in getting some things what we don't have. Other time you spend the some time what is troubling, to drop the troubling material. So you put your time and energy and everything. But you don't know the main core of whole personality is in your own home, heart. That is the Sampurna Ananda Sagar. That is you. Remaining all is thoughts play only. You are drenched in that play of thoughts, and sometimes you say, I'm suffering, Swamiji. Sometimes you say, I'm happy, Swamiji. Sometimes that, Swamiji, this, Swamiji. This is all bubbles. See the water. See the water, that is one. We all that water. One is big wave, small wave, bubble. This whole play is because of that manifestation of ignorance in our intellectual sheath. This is one side of intellectual sheath. Swamiji, and positive thought also, that is, with this intellectual sheath only, you will get the knowledge of your true nature. Now we are doing that only. We are getting that Atma Vidya, Brahma Vidya, our self-knowledge in here only. With the help of intellect only, slowly, we are leaving our what we call shadow imaginations, you call, or false identifications. The knowledge also dawns in this intellectual sheath, because Atma is not ignorant, Atma is not Jnani. Atma is not Jnani. Jnani is this Vijnanamaya Kosha. Ajnani also this Vijnanamaya Kosha. So both Vyaparas will be happens in this Vijnanamaya Kosha. But because we need not worry. Swamiji, this intellect caught us and it is leading completely external, it is making us external, no problem. This intellect only will help to get the knowledge also. With that knowledge, the same intellect will turn back. Who am I? From where these thoughts are coming? How? Then that is one, like water. We see water, not bubbles, waves, these, that, great, small. Then there is no death, there is no birth. I am that Satchidananda Parabrahma Swarupam. That is called Brahmakara Vritti. If the Vritti becomes strengthens, then we will be quiet, calm. Then we are the great Jivan Mukta. This is all Vijnanamaya Kosha. And the last one is called Anandamaya Kosha. Ananda means ignorant sheath. We already explained so much about this Anandamaya Kosha. It is a homogeneous ignorance, our deep sleep. Puj Guruji gave one example about this Anandamaya Kosha. It is like when the darkness covers the whole city. We say whole city is covered by complete darkness, Swamiji. It's a homogeneous experience. Still, all variations are there, but they all slept. In phone, there is a mode called sleeping mode, they say. They have memory, contacts, everything will be there, but we kept the phone in sleeping mode. That sleeping mode is called Anandamaya Kosha. In this sleeping mode, because whole day, different objects, different people, different situations, mind is completely get tired. We exhaust mind completely. It becomes pale and it demands rest. That's why Bhagavan gave night time. In night, it will be still. Still means single thought only. I am sleeping, still. And pure. Pure means there are no likes and dislikes, nothing. No dvaita. It will get bliss. Completely it rests. That is called Anandamaya Kosha. It will regenerate. Because of this sheath only we can work next day. If, for example, imagine there is no night at all. We have to work 24 hours, whole life. It's not possible. So this is also very, very important layer in our personality. One drawback in this personality is we are not aware of that bliss. As a light, we cannot see the bliss. We completely drowned in it, but we are in bliss. This is Anandamaya Kosha. And Mahatma says, in worldly life also, whenever we get happiness, bliss, that is because of this personality layer, this bliss sheath they call. In traditional language, generally we enjoy different objects. This enjoyment of objects, it has 3 steps. And 3 steps, Swamiji, they say 3 steps. One is called Priya, Moda, Pramoda. These 3 steps. In these 3 layers only, we will enjoy the objects. Priya means we like some object. I know? So whenever I like some object, that liking itself gives some bliss. Hai ki nahi? Whether it is an object or a person or a place, whatever. If we like something, that liking itself will give some happiness. That is called Priya. Priya. Second one is Moda. Moda means my desired object or desired person or desired situation. Something came like I am going to get it. Liking is different. This is the second stage. I am going to get my desired objects, then the what we call level of bliss will increase. That is called moda. For example, I like gulab jam. I like, whenever I remember gulab jam, I feel so happy. Aha, gulab jam, my favorite dish. That day, my mummy told, "Hey, Mera beta, today I am going to make gulab jam." Then the level of bliss will increase. My mummy is preparing gulab jam, gulab jam. This is also bliss sheet only. That is called moda. And the third state is when the gulab jam is prepared and they kept in front of me and I am eating, it is one with me. That is the saturation of bliss. That is called pramoda. They calculated our what we call our happiness, our bliss also. Priya, moda, pramoda. If any desired objects from priya to pramoda goes, then we say, Swamiji, I completely enjoyed, Swamiji. This is all bliss sheet only. Not only deep sleep, in Jagrut Avastha also, whenever we get our dear objects, this will reflect in our personality. That's why we say, I am happy. This is called bliss, not even happiness also. Bliss means it is like an enjoyment. Enjoyment means we are experiencing happiness. When I eat gulab jam, that is called priya moda pramoda. This is all. He says these are 5 layers in our personality. So whenever if I ask someone, can you tell the names of the 5 koshas? Swamiji, Annamaya, Pranamaya, Manomaya, Vijnanamaya, Anandamaya, Swamiji. That will be enough. The main point is you are not of anything. They all coverings on you. These 5 are coverings on your reality. That is the main teaching. You are the Panchakosha Atitaha. How can you say, Swamiji? How can you say that I am beyond all the 5 koshas? Shankaracharya ji answering, not me. Huh? Yes. He says, generally, in our transaction, we say something. That is, Madiyam Shariram. Madiyam Shariram means, this is my body. Madiyaha Pranaha. These pranas are mine. Madiyam Manaha. This mind is mine. Madiya Buddhihi. This buddhi is mine. Then Madiyam Ajnanam. I am ignorant. I am ignorant. Madiyam Ajnanam. Svena eva jnayate. By whom all these are knowing. That means I know my body. This is my body, I say. That means I know my body. I know my pranas. I can see my mind. That means I am different from mind. I can see my mind. I can see my body. I can see my prana. I can see my buddhi. I can see my ajnanam also now. So Bhagavan is saying that means you are different from all these. Like he is giving one example. Kataka Kundala Gruhadikam Swasmad Bhinnam. As in our daily parlance, we say Kataka Kundala. Kataka means there is a gold kundalam. These are all my earrings. This is my house. They are my bangles. You are saying they are belong to me. That means you are different from them. You can change bangle into earring, earring into bangle. Because you are different from them, you have complete command over that. Here also same formula. You know the body, you are seeing your body, mind and intellect. So definitely you are different from these layers of personality. Tadha panchakoshadhikam. In the same way, swasmad bhinnam. These panchakoshas also are different from you, because you can visualize them, you can change them, you can regulate them. Whatever you want to do, you can do. You are the boss, they are the servants. Madiyatvena jnatam atma na bhavati. Madiyatvena means because you are possessing them, you are holding them. Holder is different from holding material. So these cannot be atma. Atma is Rajata Sarvadha. He is like king. They all different layers. They will be there. That is also we can say in at a certain point. If we reached some extent, we can say that is also Brahman only. I can say there are big waves are there, Swamiji, small waves are there, bubbles are there, everything is there. As long if you know everything is water, then there is no need to label them. Everything is one. That is the final understanding of Brahma Vidya. So this way Bhagavan is enumerating, we are different from Panchakoshas. Very, very clear and simple knowledge about Atma. In next class, he is straightly explaining what is Atma. That is called straight Lakshana Nirvachanam, they say. Straight definition for Atma. Now we conclude this satsang and we will go for question and answer sessions. If anybody have any doubts regarding this class or previous class, they can ask. We will chant Purnamadam, then we will go for question and answers. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Sri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.